This is Kodachrome Basin State Park. This is the group camp parking area. Again, I'm very impressed by Utah state parks. Kodachrome Basin State Park is no exception. All paved sites. There's a dump station, but a lot of these sites are full hookup. The initial 5 or 6 sites are full hookup pull through. They're not 100% level, but they're close. For example, here's site 26. And here's the other view from site 26. So looking back for hiking, there's the Angel's Palace, and by the group site, there's a nature walk that's very short, but the Angel's Palace is about 2 miles. And if you go into the campground further, there's a scenic view with a big rock. There's adobe huts over here. I'll see if I can get a picture of those. And then the campground goes around in a loop. Okay, as part of the campground, there's this scenic view up here. I'll go down there in the end and show you what's there. I'm starting to think Utah is the cheat code for photography. It's just, you can just pretty much point your camera anywhere and get a great picture. I don't know if you can see the cabin very well. It's kind of nestled into the wooded area, but it's got solar panels on it, and I'm not sure how much it is to rent. I'll go check. Okay, the scenic area up here has one of these, I don't know if they're called stovepipe or chimney rocks, but this campground has a lot of these kind of standing rocks. And I saw some people walking over to this structure up here. Next time we come back here, I'm gonna have to check that out, but it looks like it's just a modern kind of concrete structure, although it might not be. I get the feeling it doesn't rain here often, but when it does, there's probably a major impact on the landscape. Now this campsite doesn't have any hookups, but look, you get your own personal like rock structure. If this doesn't say Utah, I don't know what does. And this is another example of I thought this was a campsite, but this looks like just an area to park your car. Oh wait, there's a reservation sticker over here. Okay, I think this might be the campground, the camping area for it. But imagine setting up a tent right here. Okay, I see this. I thought this was a continuation of a road, but this is really the campsite. I think this is campsite number 7. And if you don't have water at your site, they do have a water fill. I'm not sure there's any site that has a bad view. Like, just look at this view for your site. And that was site 14. It doesn't seem to have any hookups, but just a massive view. And this is site 17. And then you come down to the bathhouses here, which appear to be brand new inside. This is a little bluebird. And I'm probably 10 feet from him. So he's used to people being around. Wow, I came up closer to him and he basically just hopped about 5 feet away. That's the first day of spring, or second day of spring, something like that. They do have a kitchen outside, but unfortunately the water's not on for it. So the bathrooms. Your standard good-looking bathrooms, and they have these cool waterfall showers. Okay, I'll just turn it on in a second to show you. Utah's going all out with their bathrooms in these state parks. They're going to pull a lot of RVers in. I mean, this is probably 30-minute drive to Bryce Canyon National Park. So, I mean, this is a beautiful campground in itself. You could spend a week here and probably never run out of activities, but at the same time, it's a short drive to Bryce and Bryce Canyon National Park. And this is the Basin Campground. There's 2 other campgrounds. I think 30% of the sites here have full hookups. And then there's 70% probably dry camping. But if you could look over this hill, there's actually a view of Bryce Canyon National Park. And they have the Bryce View Campground here. You can see Bryce Canyon in the distance. And this is the view from our campsite. And I think this was $45 a night full hookup, which seems like a 2019 price. Fortunately, there's nobody behind me and nobody coming in front. But that's Bryce up there. So this is a view of Bryce Canyon. We're just gonna go over this cattle guard right here. We had a cow right here the other day, coming in yesterday. This is about 18 miles, but it's a very well-paved road. I'm not sure I'd want to be on it if it was icy conditions, though. And we're getting close to the town of Canyonville. And that will lead us to Highway 12. And even just outside of any parks or anything, the views in Utah are spectacular. Here's Highway 12, and we're going to take a left up here. And we just drove by a pretty campground in Canyonville. So if you can't get in the state park, there's a campground here. The prices are probably pretty reasonable. Can't guarantee that. We're on our way to Bowers Canyon RV Park, and then we're going to head to Zion National Park. See you later.